I live, work my biz. I'm too far from the rest, not what you used to. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new, this ain't what you used to. I do me, do you. I do me, do you. This ain't what you used to.
Good morning, family. Ooh, that sun is a lot. The day's finally come. I'm gonna see if any of the air layers I put up a couple months ago have rooted. I already did a video, I don't know, whenever that was, maybe future Keisha will remember to link it up top somewhere. Oh, these bees. Anyway, I already did a video on the technique of air layering, which is one of my favorite ways of propagating because I don't have to do anything after I get it on the tree. I don't have to water it or do anything and just wait, forget about it, and just come back to it later, which I love that for me. Anyway, I'm not gonna focus much on technique. You can check out the video. I'm just gonna show y'all what I'm air layering today. In the summer for South Florida, it's a great time to be propagating lots of stuff because not everything, but most of the things we grow are actively growing in the summer. So they want to root very easily. So I'm gonna show y'all my setup and we're gonna get going because this sun is a lot. So this is my kit. After doing my first few air layers, I realized I got tired of looking for everything every time I got ready to air layer. So I just keep everything in this 1 gallon bucket, tin foil, some organic ground turmeric, which is my rooting hormone of choice, plastic bags, Ziploc bags, Dollar General, foil from Dollar General or Dollar Tree or whatever, zip ties, I got a bunch from Amazon, a whole packet. I got this spray bottle of rubbing alcohol because I pretend like I clean my grafting knife in between air layers, but I don't, let's be real. Grafting knife, sometimes I just use a box cutter that I keep in my pocket, or my pocket knife, or whatever I have, but the grafting knife is nice. And then a Sharpie just to write the date on the air layer once I put it away. That's it. And then I've got some Spanish moss that I had soaking in water. I have soaking in water since overnight. I don't know, they want you to believe it, you need special moss to do air layers, but you don't. This works every single time. If you grow in Florida, it's hanging off all the trees everywhere. I just snatch it down and let it soak overnight. And then this pile of mess is me attempting to care for the planet, and I keep my bags, if the squirrels don't get to them, I keep them and reuse them. So I'm about to reuse these today, hopefully most of these, for the air layers. And sometimes I can keep the foil and reuse it, again, if the squirrels don't rip it to shreds, which they often do. I'm gonna start by just stuffing. I like to stuff my bags in advance. And then, I don't know how many I'm gonna do. I mean, who knows? But I'm gonna stuff at least 8 probably to start with, and then take it from there. All right, I got 10 prep bags for air layering. I don't have any more moss that's soaked, so that's good. It's good to have limitations. Anyway, it's gonna be really hot really soon. Being that I only have 10, I say only, but I only have 10 air layers to put up today, I wanna actually be a little more intentional about what I'm going to air layer and plan it out, so we're gonna walk around and I have a list of things I know I want to air layer today. So I'm gonna just identify the branches that I want to air layer, and make sure that I have, I'm sure I don't have enough. I want to do more, but I'll do that next time. But yeah, I'm gonna just find the branches I want to air layer, find the best ones. All right, we're gonna start with this gorgeous sugar apple seedling, which for sure I want to put. I've never eaten anything off this because it's small, obviously, but this is all growth just in the last few months. It's 3 feet tall. It died back all the way to the ground from the cold. So it looks like we're gonna get some good growth on that this summer, but I don't love all the, multiple branches. And they look like they all want to be trees to me. Their own trees. For sure, gonna air layer this one. Yeah, for sure. I'm putting it right there. Okay, I think I'm gonna put two. I'm gonna put another one on this branch. Yeah, I've never done this, but I read that it can be done. I've never air layered a sugar apple. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do two over here. I want to do some Ruby Supreme guava. And then the rest I'll do mulberry. Let's go see how many Ruby Supreme guava branches we have that we can air layer. I also want to take down, I've got so many, I need to see if these air layers took too. That'll help me decide how many I'm going to put up. But anyway, let's look at the guava. Oh, my calamondin air layers. All right, those calamondins aren't ready to come off yet. I just did those pretty recently. Okay, still looking a little struggly after the cold, but yeah, plenty of new growth. I hate how this is, I hate how this is growing. So I like to use air layering to shape my trees at the same time. And so I already know I don't like this one sticking out in my pathway, this branch right here. I also don't like all these little branches coming from the bottom, but I'm grateful this tree is coming back. But I'm taking this for sure. I'm gonna air layer this one. It's a good little tree too. Like if you imagine this had roots on it, good size. I'll put the air layer right here-ish. I've never rooted these greener ones. I've had great success with this Ruby Supreme guava air layering it. But usually I do it when it's like barky. It's like more woody. Gosh, I hate the way this looks. I'm gonna cut this down today. I need to get my saw. That's too thick for me to chop through. And this still wants to live. I hate this. All right, so I think I'm gonna air layer both of these. Chop this, it's dead. Just prune it, and it's too tall. We're going into hurricane season, and it's just too tall. And I just don't like the look of it. Really, I'd like it, this one's not dead. So anyway, I would like it to all be right about here. And as you can see, I had tried to air layer this previously. I could tell its wound has healed. But anyway, so I'm gonna get my power saw. I'm gonna just trim this down a little bit, cut this here, and then air layer these. This is a little small, but it's guava. I think it'll be good. It's really easy to air layer. These take very easily. I'm gonna try it. What's good? It doesn't hurt nothing because I'm gonna cut it otherwise. I'm gonna prune it. So I'm gonna put an air layer right here, one right here, because this one wants to live. And then one just to try one of these little green ones. And if this takes, I'll probably air layer most of these because I hate this. I don't like the way this looks. I'll probably air layer these other three after I see how this one goes. Anyway, let's get the saw. Okay, I feel better now. I took this one down and I'm gonna air layer these two, and then hopefully these two will root. I'll take these off, and then I'll actually probably cut this down all the way down here. Oh, actually, no, this is alive. Okay, I'll cut it here if my air layers take. Okay. So what is that? 3 on this tree, 2 on the sugar apple, 5. So we're left with 5 more that we can do today. So let's check out, see if any of the mulberries actually rooted, and then that'll help me decide. All these mulberries need to be cut. Well, I'm gonna cut all these mulberries like to 5 feet tall. I'm taking next week off because of my birthday, and these grow so fast, and I don't need these this tall. I mean, several of them I have are like 8 feet tall. I couldn't harvest if I wanted to. I'm gonna chop and drop these, and some of them I'll take cuttings to root at home. But anyway, all of these have to be managed. So the saw will be back out in a little bit, but let's see if any of these air layers. I think that might have, these worms are crazy. Look at that. Anyway, it looks like that one's probably rooted, because look at the top. Looks great. Let's check it out. Man, if I believed in, or if I celebrated Christmas, I mean, I guess this is what Christmas feels like, you know? Ooh, as usual, ants, ants, ants. Ooh, yes, I see roots. Let me get you guys in here, but hell yeah. This is a Illinois ever-bearing mulberry. Look at all these ants. They love to be in these, in the foil. I don't know if, oh yeah, you can see them, I think. Anyway, just dropped it on the ground for a little bit, let them get out of there. But let's, these ants, come on guys. Sorry, you gotta find somewhere else to be. Okay. I mean, it's not a lot of roots, but should be enough, I think. We're gonna try it, because it's a mulberry, and I think it'll be fine. And I'm gonna take it home and baby it. There's one really long root, and there's some more coming over there. I guess the question is, I took this down because the roots looked like they were going to be more impressive, because this one, I guess, fooled me. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to take it off, and I'll just prune the top of this a lot so that this little root system doesn't have a lot of leaf to support, and it can just, I think it'll be fine. And anyway, this is so tall, I'm gonna prune it anyways. So I'm gonna take it. But all right, what's the date on that? I don't remember how. Oh wow, March. Shoot, it's 3 months old. That's not impressive. This is my first time air layering the Illinois ever-bearing. I definitely need to air layer this. This is so tall and obnoxious. Look at that, and stringy. I'm gonna air layer this one for sure. Otherwise I would prune it, but it's a good size for air layering. All right, okay, see, there's no reason to even take this. This is dead. We can see that this air layer did not take. So I'm just gonna yank this off and, yeah. A lot of people would get discouraged if an air layer fails, or they're scared to try because it might fail, but so what? You just prune it off. It's a numbers game. You have to put up a lot to get free trees, and what do you lose? You know, you get chop and drop, you lose a little bit of your time, and you maybe get a free tree. That's worth it to me. Let's check these other ones out. I really can't tell what the roots are gonna look like in there, and I also can't see, where's my date? But I can see this is alive, so I'm gonna take this off. I mean, worst case, there's no roots and I just leave this limb because it'll probably fruit. I'm guessing oh wow, look. There's a bean coming in through this mulberry. I'll take those. Anyway, oh, there's more. Sweet. Oh yeah, we got roots. Okay, that's 2. Good looking too. I'll still prune the top of this, because I want this new tree, once I take it off the mother, to be able to just focus its energy on root development, root ball development. All right, got a few over here. Let's 2 for 3. Wow, I went crazy over here. Oh, I see, I missed one on the other side. Let me just grab that one. That's a big one. A lot of ants. Ooh, it looks like there's good roots in there, unless I'm tripping maybe. Sorry guys, I need you to, I don't want to put my hand in here because those ants will get me. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Wow. That one, okay. Not too shabby. Could be better, but I bet they'll be fine. I just empty these bags and just dump them around the tree. I'll do that when I'm finished. Make sure I don't have ants on me. All right, this is the tall one. Illinois everbearing mulberry that was in the center there that I took down. I cut off the majority of the leaves, and the ones that I left, I chopped them in half, just about. And so now this root can just focus on getting bigger and not having to support a ton of leaf. And now I need to do the same to these air layers that I took off, because look, you can see that, hold on, this root system, which is cool. I mean, it's a great start, but it's way too much for all this foliage. This needs to be cut down to like here. And then this will just make more roots, hopefully, probably. Or it could die, it could. But I like my odds, and like I said, I'm gonna be aggressively chopping back all these, this whole mulberry bush I chopped down to about here. All this is gonna go, whatever I don't air layer today. So I might as well just take these down. This summer is the time where these grow really aggressively. Also, doing a big chop like this can stimulate fruits. And so, God, I just hate this. I gotta get this. This is, I actually, I don't know how I missed this. I should have pruned this back to like here a couple weeks ago and then air layered it down here. That would have been a better idea, better strategy, but I can't get to everything. There's a lot to do. All right, so we're still on this Illinois everbearing mulberry. I took the foil off and realized these are from May, so they're only a month old. And based on the looks of the other ones that are much older and haven't put a lot of roots on, even though that looks like a root right there. But anyway, I'm gonna leave these on. I'm gonna put foil. Oh wow, yeah, no, that's definitely, damn, so tempting. Because the risk is if you leave the air layer on too long, it dries out and the new roots just die. And it's so hot right now. Okay, I'm gonna take this because these roots look so vigorous, I think. And this tree looks so good. What are we gonna do? Let's look at the other side. Oh, for sure, look at that. Damn! I'm cutting this one off and I'll cover these other ones back up and give them another month probably. Damn, that looks so good. Woo! Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. This is so freaking exciting. See, this is how I get my throws these days. Air layering. No, but this is so fun. It's so exciting. Gotta be careful with these. I can't believe this is how a mulberry air layer is supposed to look. Those other ones are, wow, this is so, I think we're gonna have to cut this bag off because it's so thick. These fruit balls so thick. Oh, that sucks. I like to reuse these bags, but not gonna tear up my roots. So pretty, these roots are pretty. There it is. Unbelievable. Okay, no doubt in my mind this one's gonna survive. The other ones are questionable. Wow. Oh, look at that, y'all. Got a new freaking tree. You see that? Hell yeah. This works, y'all, for freaking the cost of foil, a Ziploc bag, and some free moss. And water. Oh, and turmeric. That's it. I'm gonna cut this off. Oh my God. Nature is amazing. Like, how does this even... Amazing. If I don't get not a single other air layer today, look at that beautiful tree. I'm still gonna take a lot of these leaves off, just so there won't be a lot of shock from getting cut off the mother, and get this into a pot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, winning. Okay, we've got a dwarf everbearing mulberry, which has various, very obvious roots from April. So it's 3 months old and probably should have been taken off of here a while ago, but thank God the roots don't look dry. Oh, yeah, they are. Can see the leaves? Okay, well, we'll see if we can resuscitate. I'll cut most of this back. It's fruiting. I'll cut most of this back and see if we can rehab that. Let's take this one down. Oh yeah, we got roots. See that? I don't know if you can see that, but wow, this one's really big and it's got a lot of fruit on it. Damn. It didn't have fruit on it when I put the air layer up, but it's fine. Actually, yeah, there's roots in there. All right, we're gonna take both these down and I'll just, because again, I'm pruning all these anyway. I would have pruned this down to here today. Anyway, that whole tree would have gone. So now I'll just prune it down to this branch I'll take off and I'll just prune all of it down here and this will have bounced back. In 2 weeks, it's gonna look like I didn't even cut it. This is the air layer that I put up because this branch is in my pathway and needs to go. Oh, May. Looks like there's probably roots. They look a little dry, but the tree itself looks good. Let's cut this open and just see. Obviously, when you propagate in this moss, sometimes it can be hard. I mean, sometimes it can be obvious that there's roots, but sometimes it can be hard to tell, like you saw from the other examples. Oh, okay. Well, I've never seen that. It's trying to put a branch off in there. It has little roots. Very little. And there's some little roots. I don't do this often, but I'm gonna rewrap this. I'm gonna put a new, this is dry, or close to it, will be soon. Oh, it's not totally dry. But I'm gonna leave this on probably for another month. So I'll probably put some more ground turmeric on there for more rooting hormone and maybe scrape a little more right here. And I'm gonna put a fresh bag. Damn, so that takes away one of my soaked bags. So now we're down to, what did I say? Anyway, that counts as one. We'll redo that one. I scraped more of the cambium away and added some turmeric. Now I'm gonna just rewrap it. All right, do-over. This is a dwarf everberry mulberry. I just rewrapped it, put some fresh moss, moist moss. I also cut off a lot of these leaves. This will tell the mother tree to send some growth stimulant this direction. I'm also going to cut this branch that's just like lanky and leaning all in the way. I'm gonna cut it back to here, about where I'm gonna eventually cut this air layer when it is successful in another month when I take that down. I'm gonna cut about here, and these will all be cuttings. And then I can use these to graft other things that are not nematode resistant too. But I'm gonna wait till right before I leave to do that because I don't have anywhere to keep my cuttings moist. And it's pretty though. I'm gonna keep these leaves too and make tea. This is the air layer I showed you guys that I did in season 3, episode 1, which maybe future Keisha will remember to link it above. Anyway, you can see that the leaves look a little droopy, a little yellow, not super happy. But some of the leaves look great. So I suspect probably what happened is I probably left this this bag on too long, and probably the moss has dried out. Ooh, yeah, lots of roots. Yeah, this has been on here for, wow, 2 months. All right, for mulberry, that doesn't need to be on that long. A month, you'll usually have roots, 6 weeks. And it's been so hot and dry. So that's why this moss would have dried out faster. And the reason why I should have taken this off sooner, but I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, let me bring y'all in here and check out these roots. Look at that. The moss is not totally dry, but yeah. All right, but yeah, great roots. So now, look at that, whoa. That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna cut this off the tree, and now this branch that I was gonna just prune, instead I have a brand new tree. And now I can graft onto this, because this is a dwarf everbearing mulberry. And so it's nematode resistant. Oh, it's got two little, all right, well, yeah, 2 sites for grafting potentially. Yeah, let's get this off the tree. Don't want to cut my roots. So many of them now. Wow. So now, being cut off the mother tree is, look at that. Being cut off the mother tree is quite a shock. You can see that this is a new growth since I put this air layer on down here because it's green and this is all barked up. This is the original one I air layered. I'll take it, but I'm gonna cut a lot of it back so that this little tree can put its energy into root development and not have a lot of leaves to support for now, because this was a stressful experience for my new little mulberry tree. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it might look sad now, but I think it'll be happy. It's got a great start. All right, y'all. Another successful day of propagating. I've got, oh, wait, 7. I thought 6. 7 new mulberry trees. That's awesome. I'm gonna get these into my car and out of the sun. And then I'm just gonna put up my new air layers and not show you guys because I'm running out of working hours. This sun is a lot. And sorry, no offense. This slows me down. Recording slows me down. But I'll show y'all when I finish putting all the new air layers and see what we've got in the end. I'm gonna knock these out real quick. Just walk through this OG row and show y'all real quick how I chopped down this mulberry. Another mulberry, chopped, Pakistani, chopped. These like to get big, and that's fine. This is the 2nd or 3rd time already this summer that I've chopped this in half, and it just shoots right back up. But it's getting more complex branching. It's bifurcating. It was just one straight stem up, which that's not going to give you a lot of fruit. Your fruit are going to come off these side branches. So I'm just going to keep cutting it back and trying to make it more and more complex so I can ultimately get more fruit. And I saved a couple of the branches, and I'm going to see if I can graft it onto my the new propagated air layer of the dwarf everbearing that I just took off that has the 2 shoots on it. I'm gonna see if I can graft Pakistani onto that, because Pakistani is nematode sensitive, so it needs to be grafted to do best here in South Florida. Another mulberry cut down. I just dropped all the leaves all around everything that's nearby. Pakistani chopped down, and I took the cutting as well to see about grafting. I also have some dwarf Thai mulberry rooted cuttings at home, and that's another great rootstock that's nematode resistant for South Florida. And so I might graft some onto that too. But yeah, I just dropped the leaves around this guava, the papaya. I can't think straight because the sun is just, wow. But I'm gonna, oh shoot, I got another air layer over here. That's another dwarf everbearing. Oh, I've got some over here too. I'll just be going crazy with these air layers. Anyway, I'm gonna take these down, see what we got, and I'm gonna chop these in half. Okay. This is from May, so it's a month old. But it still looks moist. You can see the fog in here, and I don't see any crazy obvious roots. So I'm gonna wrap it back up and leave it. It'll be fine. And odds are I did this other one around the same time, but I'll double check to make sure it's not dry. Oh, 2 actually. Make sure these are not dry, and then just give these a good chop. Oh, you can see, even if this has roots, it's really not happy. Yeah, not happy. So maybe this is dry. Let's see if it has roots or it's just dead. Oh wow, yeah, lots of roots, shoot. And you can see they're dry, they look dry. Okay, that's why this looks terrible. All right, I gotta take this off. Okay, that ups my count. I've got, wow, let's look at this one. Either way, this is gonna have to come off because it looks bad. Either I'm gonna prune it or I've got oh yeah, got another tree. Hell yeah. All right. Great roots on that. This is from April 29th. Okay, 2 months-ish. Yeah, so it's dry. That's too long to leave a mulberry. Yeah, you can see they look brown. But we'll cut it and see if we can rehab it. 2 dwarf ever-bearing mulberries that I just gave a big chop. Sugar apple air layers. And you can see everything else is pretty much cut to the level of where I'm anticipating success. Either way, if it fails, I'll just cut it off. It's just turmeric. Anyway, I wanted to point out these air layers that we left here that need a little more time. I even pruned those because that can do nothing but good. It's going to stimulate growth hormones to come to these branches that I've just chopped down. And so that growth hormone can give me new roots. So we'll see. All right, I ended up putting 5 air layers onto this Ruby Supreme guava. These 2, the cambium doesn't look great. I mean, it looks like you would expect the cambium to look for this tree based on what the leaves look like. They look unhealthy, right? Compared to like, this is what they should look like when they're healthy leaves. The cambium's kind of like dusty. It's green, it's not dead, which obviously the plant's not dead here. But that might not root, but it's a guava. I think it will. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna prune this down in the next couple months anyway, regardless, because of hurricane season. This is gonna get broken during hurricane season, so I might as well chop it down in a controlled setting, but I'd rather get 2 new trees out of it. So we'll see. And then I put these 3. This is my first time air layering the green early growth bark on a guava, but we'll see what happens. Either way, again, I was gonna cut this off anyway because I hate the way it looks and it's in my walkway. So maybe we'll get some more trees out of it. All right, y'all. I'm not even gonna bother to wipe my sweat. This is me glistening. I'm super done. I'm gonna clean up my mess, lots of it, put my stuff away, and get out of this sun. I hope this video was inspiring to you. I hope it's educational in some ways. And yeah, I hope you use the trees you got. Make some new trees. Woo! Get me out of here. All right, y'all. Catch y'all next time.